closed the high-security lab at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Tonight, NBC News confirms a U.S. intelligence report says 3 researchers at a Wuhan lab fell ill and even went to the hospital right before the coronavirus pandemic began.
Now recorded more than 3 million COVID-19 deaths as more contagious variants of concern take hold around the globe.
The Delta variant has rapidly pushed up case numbers in Indonesia, leaving hospitals in a critical state and facing a shortage of oxygen to treat patients.
Last year, we wouldn't even doubt that it didn't. Everyone said that it was only a conspiracy and there would be no way at all. But now, since we have new info on this stuff, you might want to rethink it. But don't take COVID from a lab or COVID from the bats or facts, because these are only hypotheses. Before we start, we have to know what a hypothesis is. A hypothesis is a proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. So basically, it's kind of like a theory. But why would we even consider that it came from a lab? Well, first we have to talk about the spillover hypothesis. Basically, it says that COVID came from bats that then infects into an animal, and then another animal, then another animal, then to humans. Bats in southern China mostly have coronaviruses, but usually aren't infectious to humans. So that's it. That's the answer, right? That's easy. Well, you see, bats with coronaviruses live in southern China, and the virus, the COVID, started in Wuhan, which is central China. Okay, so now lab leak theory. Many experts thought about it, but didn't talk about it publicly at the time. But they thought about it. They were thinking of Wuhan Institute of Virology. But why would they think there? Why? Well, this exam lab in Wuhan has been experimenting for 8 years on coronaviruses, making them to be more infectious to humans, like a few years ago. But why? Why would one do such a thing? Well, this is something called gain of function research, where they study more infectious versions of the virus in order to stop another pandemic in case the virus actually really gets infectious. So COVID started in the same city that has a lab that people was experimenting on coronavirus and making them more infectious. And what's more suspicious is when Australia asked for a transparent investigation, including looking into the lab leak theory. They immediately retaliated with economic sanctions, which, if you don't know, are commercial and financial penalties by one or more countries against a targeted governing state or any other group, which basically means, okay, we stop your stuff here, I'm going here. Which is very weird and defensive. It's almost like they were hiding something. So that was the lab leak theory. But please don't take this hypothesis as a fact, because both of these hypotheses, the lab leak and the spillover hypotheses, has no solid evidence yet. So we don't know where the virus came from, but we do know that we need answers. And thank you for watching.